Good morning and welcome to Channel 256 News, your go-to source for the biggest stories in the Bitcoin and crypto space. I'm your host, Trevor Bello, and today I'll cover everything from market updates and financial news to nation-state adoption and the latest in the Bitcoin mining ecosystem. My goal for the show is to keep the news short and to the point so you can get back to doing what you love, which we all know is not listening to the news. Let's dive straight in with the mining metrics for Wednesday, December 11th. The current block time today is 874,205. The total network hash rate is 756.2 exahashes, and the daily hash price is $61.31 per petahash. We hit the current all-time high of 103,900 on December 4th, and we're currently sitting at 97,560. The last difficulty adjustment of 1.6% happened on December 2nd. At the time of recording, the next adjustment of 4.2% will happen in 739 blocks on December 15th. As always, the last thing in the mining metrics is the fee environment. The current fee rate is 7 sats per VByte. Today's news broadcast is proudly brought to you by Bitcoin Mining World. Bitcoin Mining World is more than just a mining equipment supplier. We are educators and realists. Our goal is to uplift and empower the next generation of Bitcoin miners. Together, we can build a stronger and more resilient network. Through our training programs, boot camps, and our ever-expanding network of miners, we are helping to decentralize the network and build an ecosystem where everyone can thrive and succeed. When you make a purchase at Bitcoin Mining World, you are supporting our mission to empower miners just like yourself and create a more resilient network for all. Let's mine the future together. Our first story of the day, Microsoft shareholders have decisively rejected a proposal that would have seen the tech giant explore Bitcoin as a part of its financial strategy. This proposal, brought forth by a think tank and strongly supported by Michael Saylor, the executive chairman of MicroStrategy, argued for Bitcoin's utility as a hedge against inflation and a way to diversify Microsoft's treasury holdings. Saylor pointed to his own company's experience where MicroStrategy's bold Bitcoin investments reportedly yielded significant financial returns and positioned the firm as a pioneer in corporate cryptocurrency adoption. He framed Bitcoin as a transformative financial asset, suggesting that Microsoft could benefit similarly. Despite these claims, Microsoft's board, along with external proxy advisory firms, firmly opposed the proposal. They raised concerns over Bitcoin's extreme volatility and questioned its relevance to Microsoft's strategic objectives. The advisory groups underscored the risks of speculative investments and the lack of substantial evidence to prove Bitcoin would provide consistent returns or align with the company's core focus. The rejection is not the first instance of corporations distancing themselves from cryptocurrency adoption. The think tank behind the proposal has presented similar initiatives to companies like Amazon, aiming to encourage institutional engagement with Bitcoin. Yet these efforts frequently meet resistance from boards and shareholders alike, reflecting a broader skepticism about crypto's role in corporate finance. Microsoft's decision aligns with a cautious approach increasingly evident among major corporations, where the appeal of Bitcoin's potential upside is often tempered by the uncertainty surrounding its long-term stability and regulatory landscape. The outcome of this vote suggests that, for now, Microsoft is choosing to prioritize its foundational business strategies over venturing into the volatile world of digital assets. This broadcast is also brought to you by the Mastermind Club. This week in the Mastermind Club, we have a deep dive with Dan Blaine, with an insurance broker from Marsh McLennan Agency, working within the Bitcoin mining sector. Learn how to protect your investment and prepare for the worst case scenario. Click the link in the description to join us this Friday, December 13th, for our Mastermind deep dive into ensuring your Bitcoin mining operation. Back to our news, El Salvador is reportedly reevaluating its Bitcoin strategy to secure a $1.3 billion loan from the International Monetary Fund. As a part of ongoing discussions, the government may amend its Bitcoin law to make cryptocurrency use optional for businesses rather than mandatory, a move aimed at easing concerns raised by the IMF. The IMF has previously criticized El Salvador's decision to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender, citing potential economic instability and risks to financial systems. Despite initial backlash over its Bitcoin policies, El Salvador's financial standing has improved. Credit rating agencies have acknowledged the country's strengthened fiscal position, buoyed in part by this year's cryptocurrency market rally. The government has also increased its Bitcoin reserves, benefiting from the asset's recovery in value throughout 2024. Beyond changes to its Bitcoin law, El Salvador is reportedly engaging in broader fiscal and policy reforms to address IMF requirements. These reforms include improving transparency in financial systems and demonstrating a sustainable path for debt management, while for debt management. While President Nayib Bukele has championed Bitcoin as a cornerstone of the country's economic transformation, the need for international financial support is driving a more pragmatic approach. Securing the IMF loan would provide El Salvador with a financial cushion and enhance its credibility in broader global markets. This broadcast is brought to you by Scott's Deals. Are you looking for new and used Bitcoin miners? Scott's Deals currently has 67 unused S19J Pros at 104 terahash. These miners are priced at $5.75 per terahash. Reach out to Yannick on Telegram or email to learn more. The links will be in the description. For our final story of the day, in a recent interview with Tucker Carlson, early Bitcoin adopter and advocate Roger Ver, often referred to as Bitcoin Jesus, made explosive claims against the U.S. government. Ver, who renounced his U.S. citizenship in 2014, is currently battling extradition from St. Kitts to the United States on charges of money laundering and tax evasion. However, he asserts that this legal battle is far from a simple criminal case. Ver alleges that the U.S. government is attempting to suppress Bitcoin and control the cryptocurrency space. He claims that the U.S. agencies have been working behind the scenes to manipulate public perception of Bitcoin, fearing its potential to disrupt the established financial order. This is about Bitcoin, Ver stated in the interview. This is about the US government trying to control and stifle a technology that threatens their power over the financial system. They've been doing it for years, pushing narratives that undermine Bitcoin's use as actual money. Ver faces serious charges, including selling explosives without a license, specifically firecrackers, and failing to pay taxes. If extradited and convicted, he would face up to 109 years in prison. However, Ver insists these charges are trumped up, a smokescreen to silence him and make an example out of anyone who dares to challenge the government's control over money. I renounce my U.S. citizenship. I haven't lived there in years, Ver argued. They have no right to extradite me. This is purely political. Ver's case raises critical questions about the U.S. government's role in the cryptocurrency space and its potential attempts to suppress technologies that challenge its authority. It also highlights the importance of an individual freedom and the right to dissent. This case is far from over, and its outcome could have significant implications for the future of finance and individual liberty. That is all for today's broadcast. Thank you for watching Channel 256 News. This broadcast was sponsored by Bitcoin Mining World and the Mastermind Club. If you like what you saw, please leave a comment, like, and subscribe for more content. I'm your host, Trevor Bello, and I'll see you tomorrow for another news update. Until then, remember to stay grounded, keep educating yourself, and constantly grow.